pageantry, it doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tate, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now it's Jackson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Mayfield now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 7-3 the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. 2 yards, good enough for a first. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end.
13. Hey, report. Go.
Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
King! Up, up! What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10.
Good. What's up?
Mayfield off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Mayfield with it once more. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he's going to have a Bucs 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Run. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. That one hit, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Down the right sideline.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And shedding through the tackle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Once again, it's Irving. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They run out of the gun with Irving. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
To throw is Jackson. He completes it to Tate. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yo. Hey, middle.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Tate. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Another catch for Tate. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tate. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Hill, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say complete. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. To throw, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jackson from the shotgun. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Two yards to go, second down.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but It's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Mayfield now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Tate. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Tate. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Tate. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No, we change it.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, Jackson. He finds his man complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A first carry for Rachaad White. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now it's the backup Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case,
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Tate.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw again is Jackson. It's brought in left side by Tate. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Commissioner Goodell up on the podium, going to make the trophy presentation to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner, Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.